Hey, well, that's fantastic. I really appreciate it. I am looking forward to meeting with you on the 5th at 4 p.m. Again, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to our meeting. Thanks very much, and I'll see you then. All right, bye. I got the call. I got the appointment. Wow. Hey, everybody, this is Jim Nyland, the Pocket Sales Coach. Last week we talked about the importance of prospecting to organic sales growth and how important it is. This week we're going to talk about how do you get the appointment. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back everybody. It's Jim Nyland, the Pocket Sales Coach, and today we're going to talk about the importance of getting that appointment. I'll be honest, I've been doing this for a long time, and it still comes that moment where I have to make that phone call that, after I've identified my prospect and I know who I want to call, I've done my research, there's still sort of that butterfly in the stomach feel that I get when I think about reaching out to that prospect and try to set that appointment. So I actually always keep my notes on my desk in front of me. So really when it talks about, I know I talked about the importance of having an organized plan, having a database that you can always refer to and track the progress of your calls. But I'm also of the mind where it's important enough when you have that conversation, you get to the decision maker, that true person that's going to help you get an appointment and sit and listen to your approach and your sales and what you have to offer. But I think it's so important that I actually keep in front of me while I'm on the phone these notes that sort of help me navigate through that phone call. So for me, it's the first thing. Obviously, I've done my research. I know exactly the industry I'm calling, who I'm calling. I've assured that they're the decision maker. So I've already done my research. When I actually get on the phone, though, the most important thing is for me, I understand that I have an approach in my head. I have a presentation. I have a pitch. After I've had that initial conversation to know who they were, I know my product or my service, and I have a very quick, they refer to it as an elevator speech. I'm not a big fan of that phrase, but a very clear, concise, 2-sentence, 3-sentence, synopsis of who you are, what you do, the services that you offer, and the success that you think that you can bring to someone's organization. So that's having that crafted, having it written out in front of you on a piece of paper so that you can actually go through it and not forget anything, I think is key, is important. Pick a benefit. That's number 2. Pick a benefit. Something that you think your organization, your service, your product can provide that nobody else's can, that sets you apart, that differentiates yourself. If you've done your homework, you also know that key benefit is going to be one of the things that your prospect is going to jump on and say, yeah, I can absolutely understand. I have to have a conversation with this individual. Really, when you get to that point, you have that conversation, you'll start hearing those cues within the phone call. What I like to do at that point is number 3 is really kind of assume the appointment. So you kind of reinforce what you've heard, some of the positive cues that you've heard back on that phone call, and just say, well, I'm assuming that, that's a bad word, assume. I'm going to be in the area on the 15th of the month, and how about if I stop and see you at 2 o'clock? So what you've done is you've assumed that they're already buying into what your product or your service is, and that they're willing to give you an appointment. You're just kind of pushing for it. You're saying, yeah, I'm going to be in the area on the 15th. How about at 2 o'clock? And if that has been rolling very well, you'll get that appointment, and you'll get that reaffirmation of what you've been selling. And the last part for me is always that, don't give up. You're going to get no's. You're going to get, oh, I don't think so, or why don't you send me some information? One of the things that you should be prepared for is for those people that say, why don't you just send me some information on your product or your service? And the best way to address that is, I will certainly do so, but I want to make sure that I understand, why you might be interested in more information other than what we've covered in this call today. So here's a sort of an old school thing that I'd like to do. It's feel, felt, and found. I understand that you might feel this way, and other customers have possibly felt that way that are current customers of mine in the past. And the more that we dug in, the more research that we did, we came to a better understanding of what that was. So feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. Other people have felt that way, but what I've found is blah, blah, blah. Okay? So take those things into consideration. I'd love to hear some feedback also. I'm getting a lot of emails, and thanks very much for the feedback that I'm getting. You can go to my website, thepocketsalescoach.com. You can also send me an email. I'll list the email at the very end again. So keep those emails coming, and I'll probably be answering an email next week. I've got a whole bunch to choose from, and I've had a lot of fun reading through a lot of your comments as well, so thank you very much. So again, this is Jim Nyland, the Pocket Sales Coach. Hey, go sell something!